Oh, smidge, everyone can hear you eating. Oh, smidge, everyone can hear you eating. Okay, it's okay. We are going to get some music going.
I think you should maybe.
Yeah.
I think you should maybe angle the camera like toward the window. I didn't really enjoy it.
Okay. Let's get started. So, welcome to this YogiSophie membership launch live stream. Thank you for anyone who is watching and for anyone who will be watching later on. I am glad you are here, and I've got to look at one camera. There's two here. I've got to look at this one. Okay. And just taking a moment before we dive into everything to thank all the forces that have come through me and that are around me, and all the support system that I have, elements, people, animals, plants, and beyond, for getting me to where I am at so that I can create and share everything that comes through in my heart and in my mind. So let's all just take a collective breath to fully arrive here. I'm going to try and keep this somewhat brief because I know that our time is valuable. So, YogiSophie membership, I'm going to take a brief moment to tell you what it's all about. So we've got a place here, a platform, and a chance to really build a community that's going to reflect everything that I value in life, which is knowing how to do things yourself, which is aligning ourselves with nature, yoga, in all its forms and representations, as well as Ayurveda. Most of all, just really getting into those healthy, happy mindsets and healthy, happy bodies that support us as we continue our journey into figuring out how to thrive and how to fulfill our life's purpose. So I really also want this to be a place of community, and that's why anyone who joins will be in a private Discord where we can chat amongst each other, like about what we're learning and what we're experiencing as we try out everything that I'm offering. Speaking of everything that I'm offering, I'm going to go over like a brief list of everything that you can look forward to. So, as I mentioned, I love herbs, I love yoga, I love Ayurveda, and kind of combining all of these things and just learning, of course, everything else, all these other modalities that can support us along the way. So everything that's coming up here is everything that I've tried and experienced or am experimenting with. I am sharing a lot of my learning journey, especially with herbalism, along the way. So you can expect elemental lessons every month. So you can get up to 4 elemental lessons per month, and those will stay in there month by month, so you'll get them all if you join later down the road. And elemental lessons are going to be lessons based in the elements, lessons to get us back to nature. So this can be an herbalism, do it yourself, maybe learning to forage. This can be Ayurveda lesson, which we will have plenty of those. This could be maybe a skincare DIY, or learning about skincare, learning about your body, learning about really anything around us that we can do to begin to shift our realities towards the elemental makeup that we desire. So with that being said, you can get up to 4 of those. They'll be in the form of PDFs, videos, lectures, maybe audio recordings, but no matter what, you will get up to 4 of those every month. You get 1 per month at the fairy level, you get 2 per month at the mermaid level, and you'll get 4 per month at the dragon level. Then we're also going to have live classes every month. So there's going to be 1 communal live, just like this one, every month at the turn of the zodiac season. So today is the start of Gemini season. Yay, happy birthday, Gemini. And maybe if you're not a Gemini, give your Gemini friends some love, or maybe see if you have Gemini placements. Go to astrochart.com and see maybe if you have a Gemini moon or some planets in Gemini, and I can tell you a lot about maybe where your dualistic nature expresses itself. Speaking of astrology, obviously there's going to be a little dash of this and that in there, and I would love to welcome any friends who are really familiar with astrology, be it Vedic or traditional, into this space to share your offerings, and we can figure out how to work that. But I'm always open to collaboration. But I will try and theme everything around whatever zodiac season we're in every month, at least a little bit. I'm still kind of I'm very much an amateur astrologist, so really just playtime for me there. Other live classes we're gonna get was 2 group coachings per month, up to 2 per month. So mermaids will get 1 and dragons will get both of them. They'll be on the new moon and or the full moon, or at least as close as possible to those dates as we can. And this is going to be a place where we can come together and support each other, offer our insights into like the issues that we might be experiencing, and have a chance to work with me as well and my knowledge to begin to make those little changes that can again alter your reality towards what you want it to be. So group coaching is a really special place. I really have enjoyed any group coaching that I've done in the past. I think it can be really beneficial, especially if done right. And I'm not exactly sure what that looks like, but I think that we can definitely figure it out. And those will also be recorded and saved in the Patreon for those who maybe can't make it to the lives to gain some insight from our sharings as well. So that will be twice a month. We also receive seasonal rituals. So every level is going to get this. Seasonal rituals that align again with the season that we're in, not only physically like winter, spring, summer, fall, but Ayurvedically, Vata, Pitta, Kapha, as well as astrologically, Gemini, Virgo, Leo, so on. And yeah, that will express itself in many ways. Really just recommendations, spells, practices, plants you can work with, or crystals, or the tarot, all sorts of stuff. Kind of whatever comes through every month. It won't be like the same thing every time, but I'm hoping to dig deeper into that and share those with you. You'll also receive recipes that can correspond to the month, and that might be the body recipe, or it might be a recipe for indulging yourself, and it could be smoothies, it could be actual meals. I really personally want to get into foraging and then incorporating those into my recipes. Like last year I made an amazing dandelion pesto pasta, and I can't wait to do it. Can't wait to do it again and show you guys how I did that. So things like that will come through as well for every level. Then we will also have, gosh, what else? Yoga, of course. So yoga is not just going to be yoga pose classes. It's not just going to be asana. There will be at least one of those per month, and those will wax and wane in complexity and hopefully be accessible for most people. But there's also going to be other practices. We're going to get into mantra work, which is this speech yoga. It's training the mind, it's expanding the mind. And then we're also going to get into the Ayurveda yoga, so figuring out what type of Ayurveda, or what type of yoga I should say, helps balance the elements that are either high in the environment or high in you. There are also going to be yoga classes based around maybe some mudras, or uniting with things around us. For example, crystal meditations or sun gazing meditations, which are live on the website right now. So definitely incorporating more fields of yoga, more aspects of yoga, because it's not just poses, it is so much deeper than that, and I welcome you to take that step into those deep waters. Other things, I've always, oh yes, the book club. So the dragon level, top level here, we'll get a book club. That's the other live that we're going to do every month. So we'll meet one time a month, and the book will change probably seasonally depending on the book. So this first one we're going to do is Happy, Healthy, Sexy by Katie Silcox. She was one of my first teachers in Ayurveda. Everything she had to say was just magnificent and magical and so alluring as well. And then that just one thing led to another, and 300 hours later I'm certified Ayurveda health coach through her school, which was incredible. So her book is Happy, Healthy, Sexy, modern or ancient Ayurveda for the modern woman, and that's going to be really applicable not just for the female body but also for male bodies. You're all welcome here. And we're going to go over that book in about 4 months, I believe, because there are 4 parts to it, and I don't want this to just be a willy-nilly book club that you kind of participate in a little bit. I want us to be able to dive into each section bit by bit and immerse ourselves into it and actually incorporate the practices so that we can again see some change in our lives. Yeah, so that is about everything. I will tell you about all the levels. So we've got 3 levels of membership right now. Let me get out of here. All right, yes, you can go away. I said go away. I don't know how to get this to go away. Here we go. Here we go. So we've got the fairy level. Fairy level is $11 a month, and that is really just if you're looking to play around here, not too much commitment, you're just looking to learn a little bit here and there, but you're not like dying to know. Each month, fairies will receive the live communal stream at the turn of each zodiac season with the energetic forecast, chats about content to come, tarot pools, question and answer time, and most of all, connection. Seasonal menus and recipe ideas, monthly magical rituals and wellness practices to bring us closer to nature, one recorded yoga class, and you'll have that, and one recorded elemental class each month. Those will only be available for each month that you're a member. So once the next month comes in, those will be hidden, and then you'll have the next month's content to work with. And then access to the exclusive YogiSophie Discord for this community. Next level up, if you're looking to get a little bit deeper into things, but you don't want to, like, maybe you don't want to financially commit to being a dragon, or you just don't have the time, whatever your reason, mermaids are a great place for that middle ground. They're $22 a month. Those will receive everything that the fairies receive, plus an additional elemental class each month, which is 2, an additional yoga class each month, meaning 2, in-depth recipes and how-tos, access to all past recorded elemental and yoga classes given at the fairy and mermaid level, and access to the new moon group coaching live stream. So you guys, you get a little bit more, it's just not all the way. But if you're really looking to fire up some change in your life, we've got the dragon level. And those are for those looking to blaze a trail. $44 a month gets you a lot more access. It's a lot more highly engaged and a lot more in-depth practices. They will receive all the benefits of fairies and mermaids, plus access to both the new moon and full moon group coaching live streams, additional 2 yoga classes and elemental classes per month, so 4 each, that's 8 classes per month. Access to the monthly book club live stream where we read through a book on self-care, spirituality, magic, and beyond every 3 to 4 months and discuss its application in our lives. More access to me personally via Discord through the time you spend as a patron for questions and discussions, meaning you can connect with me more one-on-one and get a little more personal guidance, not full-on health coaching, but more personal guidance as to what you're navigating in your life. And then you will also receive discounts on YogiSophie's Apothecary, all of my private services. So you can receive a discount on private yoga for yourself. You can receive a discount on health coaching, or even some semi-private group classes. Yeah, so that is everything for right now. I do have the plan to create a lot of content for you all, and I hope that this passion comes through and you're as fired up about it as I am, and then I hope we can make this a really great communal space to really learn and grow together. So aside from that, let's get into the reason for the season. It is Gemini season. Gemini is an air sign and is ruled by Mercury, which is, I think, why me and so many Geminis get along so well. I can like always find the Gemini in the room, and we just chat and become great friends. One of my best friends, my hiking buddy, she's a Gemini, and we just love it because we work so well together. I'm a Virgo. We're also ruled by Mercury, and it's the planet of communication, intellect, workings of the mind, taking action, and kind of getting things from point A to point B, so travel. And that's why you'll always hear like, oh, it's retrograde, don't go traveling, don't make any commitments. It's like, yes, these are all wise ideas, but it's not like your life's a disaster during Mercury retrograde. It just means you're not slowing down enough to let the reflection process happen. That's what retrograde is all about. We are currently in a retrograde until June the 3rd or 4th. Somewhere around there. And then there's like this little shadow phase before and after where you might still get inklings of hits. Some people say that's more intense of a time. Some people say it's less or no big deal. It affects everyone differently. I will say, like, personally, even for someone where Mercury is their natal ruler, I've really only had 1 or 2 retrogrades that have really brought me down on my knees, and it's like, it's just the sign that I wasn't being flexible enough to go with the flow. Again, Mercury is all about like air, which is interesting because Virgo's an earth sign. So other things about Gemini, it's about duality. It's about assessing every angle of yourself. It's about being able to unite shadow and light, and maybe walking that narrow path right in the middle, right, of trying to find balance. So I made some notes here. And I have no idea where I put them. Hang on. Oh, you're gonna make me put my password in? Okay. Oh, that's annoying. Here we go. Here we go, the Gemini season rituals. That's what I did. So Gemini asks us to assess our duality. Great prompts for this are what sides of you are imbalanced. Maybe you have like a really outgoing side. Maybe it's a little too outgoing. So again, excuse me, goodness, Gemini rules communication. And so maybe your communication style is too much for some people to handle. Maybe you're being too direct and not mindful enough of people's emotions. That can be very much a Gemini trait, is they're definitely more mental than emotional. On the other side of the spectrum, maybe you're too reserved and you need to really open up that throat chakra and like say what you mean and mean what you say, if you know what I mean. Other sides of you perhaps need to cool down, or maybe you've been hiding a part of yourself. So perhaps there's parts of you that aren't expressing yourself fully. And again, we're thinking about the air sign of action. And so what steps can you take to fully maybe express yourself, or perhaps this is a time to rein it in a little bit. Again, balance things out and see what direction you need to grow in. I kind of made a nice little list here of Gemini season rituals. It is live for all levels. Everyone's getting this. We talk about scrying, working the tarot, working with the air elements, Mercury, and plants of Gemini. So that's really fun stuff. I hope you enjoy that. So coming up this month, I would say, yeah, take your time with any commitments, really reflecting on the reasons you're trying to do things. Really tap into not only the intellectual thing, but also the intuition. Like, why are you making certain decisions? How are they going to affect you down the line? Zoom out a little bit. Air signs can be quick to make decisions and maybe not think it through all the way, but really taking time to roll it in and think long term about any decisions you're making coming up, because we are in that retrograde. See if you can work backwards from there and decide if this is the best one for you. That's about all I've got for now. I am still, like I said, I'm an amateur astrologer, so I won't be super in depth. I'm better at a lot of signs than others. Gemini is one of those I really had to sit on for a little bit. But we're gonna dive into the communal tarot reading now. Let's see what the frick comes through. So, got my Florida water on my hands. This is a great little tool here. Agua de Florida water cologne. This is a magic potion that you use to clean your energy. And I'm using a deck by Bakara Winter and Autumn Whitehurst today called the Way Home Tarot. You'll see, I'll show you all the imagery on these as we move along. Just taking a moment, take a few breaths, root down, and then just allow Spirit to come through. Please, Spirit, tell us what we all need to know right now. What does this season hold for us? How can we best navigate this season for ourselves? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. All right. Okay. Very clear messages coming through right now. So in first place, we've got the Hermit, which is this lovely little cozy bear. So this represents the energy of turning inward, taking time to get reflective and meditate. So I was just talking about how we need to do that during retrograde, so heeding that advice and doing so. And this can look like maybe taking a lot less social outings, staying home as much as you can, getting warm and cozy. I don't know where you are, but it's May 21 and we had like a foot of snow last night. So great excuse to stay as cozy as this bear is. But really allowing that quiet time. So when you turn inward, this doesn't necessarily mean stay in and watch Netflix all day. This means taking the time to get quieter. Like for me, I wake up every morning and I can spend like half an hour just staring out the window, thinking about nothing in particular, but that time is like meditation. It's turning in and really seeing how my energy is for the day and allowing it to unfold as it needs to. So I definitely recommend some of that. Might take some TLC while you do this, so taking some spa time, taking deeper breaths, getting into some yoga classes, and yeah. Next card that we have is Father of Swords, but he is reversed. So this tells me that there is some sharp tongue going on. So I guess that's why maybe I honed in on the example of watching your speech, because the Gemini energy, it can be very direct. It could be very sharp and penetrating to people's feelings. So heeding that advice and just kind of watching what you say, and when you say it, taking a moment to read the room, and moving forward from there. And this isn't just with other people, this is also yourself. Like, are you really telling yourself the best thing that you could right now? Give yourself a little bit of love. And in the last position, we have the Mother of Cups, but she is also reversed. And I think that this kind of ties into the Father of Swords, of being all head and just logical, sharp speech and not thinking enough about the emotions and the heart space. And I think that this is a moment of reflection upon yourself. You're not enough into your heart space right now. And so really taking that time to get quiet, turn inward, shut up, and love yourself some more and tap into what your heart has to say about your situation. And maybe pulling a few cards for yourself personally, or scrying, or seeing a psychic. I know a great one if you need anyone just help you dig up whatever it is that you're burying a little bit deep. So yeah, lay low, take care, at least for this next little bit, and see what comes up for us here. So great energy, great reading, great advice for us all. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it serves you. If not, just moving right along. So y'all, that is about it here. I'm going to wrap this up. I have gone ahead and posted a lot of the content that is to come for this month. Obviously the lives are scheduled. We've got a few posts up already. I have not done the yoga classes yet because I was too busy sunning my butt in the sunshine. Let's see here. But we have the Gemini Rituals live, Sun Worship and Sun Gazing 101 live. So that's one of the yoga classes. The meditation is there. And yeah, the book club. Oh, the Dragon Season Food Guide. So with Ayurveda, this is going to be one of the elemental lessons. With Ayurveda comes learning about the elements. Now we have 3 doshas in Ayurveda, Vata, Pitta, Kapha. I renamed them for the sake of like ease and understanding. We've got fairies, which represents Vata. We've got mermaids, which represent Kapha, and we have dragons, which represent Pitta. Hopefully that doesn't get confusing down the line. If so, then we'll just call it what it is, but I wanted to get creative. So there's a Dragon Season or a Pitta Season food guide live on how to keep yourself calm, cool, and collected, and not inflammatory and reactive during summertime, because that can be rough. Yeah, that's everything that's live right now. There is much more to come, and that is all I have for you at the moment. I am going to go eat a nice bowl of Parmesan butter pasta with Brussels sprouts and enjoy the rest of this snow day. Thank you for joining, and have a great day. Oh my gosh, duh. Go to patreon.com/YogiSophie to join the membership. Do it now. Thank you.